We are here in the Pokemon Unite Championship Series. This is the February Open qualifiers. We got Team Glytch Energy up on the top. They're going to be purple versus Overcap. So that's the team on the bottom. That's going to be orange. Sometimes I just record things ahead and I don't know where they're going to go on the channel exactly, as in which order they're going to upload in. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure where this is going to upload or if it's going to upload. Essentially, we're just hoping for a good match. Then it'll really increase the chances. So here we go. That's going to be the opening buzzer, should you want to call it that. The ready go. So we have some really good players on both teams, and this is actually game 3. Whichever team wins this is going to stay in the competition. Right now, they are in the loser's bracket, and so I think if I was just to personally put my, perhaps bias, I don't know, put my personal opinions up in here, I know several of these players relatively on Team Glytch Energy, and so I like to root for them, of course. I love watching Sanji right here, but we have Frosk from G4, of course, on this team as well. Fierce competitors, but Overcap, really, they had a blowout in game 2, so they won by probably over 600 points, if I recall. You know, it was in the thousands. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you can see real player 1 right here playing as that Crustle. The Crustle, it obviously is a Dwebble right now. It doesn't really need a lot of levels to evolve, of course, and so it's going to be certainly proving to be dangerous with this Greedent here on the other path, because Exopure, who is seeing a lot of pressure right here, which is great, of course, we do want to see that. You got to try to stop these two Pokemon. They're going to be part of your score comp. So for Orange, that team composition really is set up to score just rapidly. It can be points from anywhere. No point value is too small, essentially, but, you know, 1 to 5, just get in real quick, easy. We are going to see a nice KO against that Fletchling. So purple looking good right now, but really, we don't want to call anything right now because we're just at that 850, which means the Combee and Vespiquen are on the map. And let's turn up the heat. I like to see the pressure coming from Team Glytch Energy. You know, they need to hit those Pokemon like Crustle and Greedent. And there you go. You see the Squavit is actually out of there. So wonderful job. I believe that was Dat Boy Muck, whom hopefully many of you know and many of you love. I believe ex-Aphelion member. So back when Aphelion was a team. I know, let's play some sad music for sure, but look at this. Team Glytch Energy coming out the gate, 62 to 30. So really, with Pokemon Unite being 10-minute matches, I mean, anything can happen just within like 10 to 15 seconds. You know, I was commenting on the score just maybe 20 seconds ago, and it was different than this, but here we go. We're going to see Fletchling go ahead and score that. We'll get enough XP for the evolution. So Nightmare, 98 right here. Looking to be in a bit of trouble, you know, when you're staring down 3 Glytch Energy like that, but they are actually going to back off, I think, in lieu of being able to score. You know, some of them have some somewhat full pockets for being an early game. We're not talking 50, 40, of course, but like 20 right here that Sanji's going to dunk in. Yes, very nice. And that 14 is good too, right here, early on. Looks like, of course, that boy Muck, as the Cinderace for Team Glytch Energy, they kind of let deal with the Talonflame player, and really everything, every conflict there has kind of dispersed for the moment. And so now we're seeing that Sanji actually has rotated off, kind of off laning, of course, will attempt to hit up this Dragonair. Now, certainly we are seeing Greedent, it looks like, being pulled off of this bottom path. And interestingly enough, I actually thought that Baru right there, the orange Wigglytuff, might have actually followed, and it does not seem to be. There's actually a lot of orange closing in on that position. So Sanji, luckily being supported by Slothgoss right now, the Snorlax player for Team Glytch Energy here on purple. That's going to kind of dispel things, because I think that would have been a lot more trouble if Sanji was caught up between those 2, even 3 players. And so Call Me Floop, it looks like, did have the goal getter, and so we can confirm, of course, as a Dragonite player, very good item to have, but can confirm that being used right now. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 7 minutes, which means that 2 of the major objectives, Rotom and Dreadnought, have now entered the stadium, and we're looking at a pretty close game. So certainly we like to see this. I mean, clearly, right? And so we'll be looking to orange. I mean, there are a lot of oranges players. Slothgoss is probably going to go for the steal, because obviously we can see, no, there's not enough time though, but I was going to say, the obvious part was there were many orange players, but basically nobody from Glytch Energy down there, other than, of course, Snorlax, Slothgoss. And so look at Wigglytuff. That's going to be Frost. Going to go ahead and X-Speed right here to catch up to that Greedent. Very nice. This is one item composition that you could run with that, honestly, I think many of us may not consider until you play in a tournament like this, where you're going up against the same team now. This is the 3rd time, and they probably knew Frosk, she might have actually wanted to pursue characters like Greedent and Crustle, who can obviously outspeed you, become unstoppable. Once they use a move like Covet, let's say, you know, obviously for Greedent, that's the very obvious one. Sanji gonna actually Aura Cannon right here and then just burst on out of there, attempting to get some of the farm that was in the enemy area. But we are gonna notice that bottom lane will go ahead and break. So Overcap's goal on the bottom and the top actually both broken at the moment. Anything can happen in the end, but this is shaping up very nicely for Team Glytch Energy, and there will be an attempt to save Sanji right there from certain death, but no, Arg just too late as that Ivysaur player. Definitely nice attempt. You want to try to just play as a team as much as you can. That's what Unite's emphasis has to be, and that's why solo queue people, as solo players, it is really difficult not being able to 5-stack up. Look at this, the berry belly flop is down, and then the belches are gonna go just flying right now. We do see a Starlight Recital, though, as a response from Frosk, who is gonna throw that down and then sing, really make that pursuit on this Greedent player. So boom, that is going to be it right there. If you know that song, here comes the boom, ladies and gentlemen. That was it in that particular case. But yet again, I mean, this is still a very close matchup. We are seeing a few of the smaller point values until that 17. That's maybe a little bit larger here for the mid game, but you can still see some people maybe getting goals close to 40 and stuff at this point with just under 5 minutes. And so right here, we'll see Cinder just go ahead and drop in that 3. That's that boy Muck, and then quickly back off. That was obviously going to get a little bit dangerous. I mean, look at this. Very nice from Snorlax. So Slothgoss might actually be sacrificing, but it was certainly not in vain. I mean, that's what Snorlax does, and if he can survive this, that's going to be nice. There's the Power Nap, ladies and gentlemen. And so the Power Nap will keep Snorlax in there, going to restore a lot of HP. Wonderful job by Slothgoss. That kept everybody alive on the team, also keeping Slothgoss alive with the Power Nap as well. The Heavy Slam right there for Rotom. Very nice for stealing objectives. Very nice for a final hit on objectives. They didn't really need to steal. It looked like Team Glytch Energy was all over that. And so as we're staring down about 4:23 on the clock, it's obvious that, of course, Crustle, that's Overcap's player right there for Orange, actually going to be down there at the bottom, I guess potentially hitting Dread right now, because the Rotom obviously went for Team Glytch Energy. And so we are going to see eventually joined by Talonflame as well. So these are two just obvious objective gaining Pokemon as well. So it's looking like, yeah, okay, the alert just a little bit late among other alerts right there, but they did. Overcap, that's Orange Squad, will go ahead, and we can confirm they're going to get the Dread as Venusaur falls. The timing of that going to shake you up a little bit, but it's not as devastating as if that were to happen in the final stretch. That boy Muck going to have some fancy footwork right here, looking to score that in, but Crustle absolutely hiding out nearby, definitely able to stop that. And so XO pure right now. This Greedent been definitely challenged. I think sometimes it's just Greedent. People describe it as one of the meanest Pokemon. People describe it as one of the sneakiest, you know, just slimy, can get in there and steal wild Pokemon, can steal objectives, can score in goals behind people's backs, just all these things that Greedent is so well known for. And Team Glytch Energy deserving some props right here, doing very well at stopping that. And so we're just about to hit 3:10 on the clock, which means that final stretch is almost a minute away, and that's obviously a moment where things will change dramatically, I would say, especially if we're going to see some of these Pokemon on either teams, really, but I can see Orange especially. If your pockets are full like theirs are, we can see some 40s, 48, 50. Just going to be devastating if they score that during the final stretch. Sanji looking like it was going to be a little bit precarious right here, because there were several from Overcap ready, and I thought that Crustle, you know, was really going to try a lot harder to stop him, but Sanji able to just kind of bone rush out of there and then keep pushing. Keep your eyes on the prize, right? Which right now, if your match doesn't require anything else of you, this is a great time to do as Sanji's doing. Just go ahead and gather up that XP, but mainly the farm for goals. You want to have some points ready, especially if your team maybe gets Zap, or even if you're not really pursuing Zap right away after that final stretch, you can score in those points, and even 32 being doubled is going to be massive. Wow, it looks like Overcap, actually, they're going to be sending everybody in, preparing for that final stretch. There's only mere seconds away, so they are going to send everybody to that goal. Slothgoss left as the Snorlax to do the block. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the final stretch. There are the goals. That was just massive. Everyone mounting an all-out offensive before the Zap, and it was just really as that final stretch even became a thing. It was like right as we came into the final stretch, they were scoring, and so we can obviously see 50 and 40, Greedent, Crustle. This is going to be very difficult for a lone Slothgoss to try to deal with. Right side team is also going to get the Zapdos right here. If you are Team Glytch Energy, this has got to be so hurtful. That's got to be painful to your psyche, especially here in the open qualifiers. My friends, we are about to see an all-out war continue right now, because Frosk is going to try to go ahead and score in this hundo right here, because the point values are doubled, and it looks like Sanji will go ahead and dump some in along with Venusaur and the Cinderace. I think we still have a lot to see, and Glytch Energy trying to come back. Look at this. Frosk will go ahead and score in that 100, and then we got a 14, so this is going to be 702 to 670 right now. Team Glytch Energy looking great, but we still have a minute left. This could be anybody's game still. With all point values doubled, it really does not need all that many to be able to score in enough to at least get this back to a tie game, but Arg is going to try to make sure that that's not going to happen. Venusaur, they will score some in. Cinderace going to get another 26. Anything like this is great. Wonderful job by Glytch Energy, and then they'll secure the KO against the Talonflame. This is amazing. But Greedent, what will score in? This is incredible. That's going to be massive there on that top lane, and it looks like Crustle going to go in for a few more points for Orange, but Venusaur Venusaur scoring in the 24. I just literally 64. Are you kidding me? This is Overcap at their finest. They are trying to come back, but you can see Glytch Energy fighting every step of the way, my friends. That's going to be 24 from Sanji. There are Unite moves flying wherever they can. The Blazing Bicycle kick. We see Berry belly flops. You cannot step to a Berry belly flop Grian right here. If it has less than 50 right now to score in, that's 8. Really, I do not know. What is it? 28 at the last second. This is going to be one of those matches where it is extremely close. And I will be dead straight with the viewers at home that I don't know who's going to win this. The score breakdown, 860 for Overcap. They are going to win this matchup. 828 for Team Glytch Energy. An absolutely incredible matchup, ladies and gentlemen. That means that Overcap is going to stay in this. Team Glytch Energy in an upset. It is the pain for them, but this is the kind of Pokemon Unite match that we all want. A wonderful job to the competitors. Thank you so much for that. I have been Dr. Kendo, and I need to go lie down or something. Click an end screen, and thanks for viewing.